Good evening, and thank you for joining us for tonight's Village of Alsip board meeting. Today is December 3rd, 2018. We'll call this meeting to order at 7:32. Can we call the roll, please?
Sure. Trustee McGreal? Here. Trustee Dalzell?
Here.
Trustee Zielinski?
Here.
Trustee Juarez? Here. Trustee McLaughlin? Here. Trustee Murphy?
Here.
Mayor Ryan?
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Please join us for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I have a couple of announcements, and then we're gonna certainly greet and congratulate the Alsip football and cheerleading program. A couple of quick notes for the public. ComEd is partnering with the local nonprofit organizations again this holiday season to provide customers with discounts on area attractions. Each year, ComEd coordinates ticket offers so our customers can enjoy special events throughout the holiday season. Please join us, ComEd that is, at one of their 7 sponsored attractions for a chance to see spectacular displays of LED lights and engage with their energy-efficient team and even swap out your holiday lights for a more efficient set. Visit ComEd during the holiday light exchanges at locations and dates shown, and actually the closest one here, folks, would be like, it's called Zoo Lights at Lincoln Park Zoo. Everything else is in Rockford and Aurora, so forth, too. And you can go on their website at comed.com and you can get more locations and what's convenient for you. And they say you can bring up to 10 strands of incandescent holiday lights and exchange them for 10 strands of LED lights while supplies last. Zoo Lights at Lincoln Park Zoo has been Chicago's holiday tradition for 24 years. The one-of-a-kind experience offers a fun, free, family-oriented holiday celebration that features luminous displays and incredible seasonal activities, all under the glow of 2.5 million lights. ComEd is proud to return as a co-presenting sponsor of Zoo Lights. Be sure to visit their team for fun giveaways on November 23rd through 30th and December 2nd, and there's a handful of dates all the way through Christmas, and January 4th. Holiday Light Exchange at Lincoln Park Zoo is 4:30 till 9 on December 22nd, 29th, and 30th. And again, that's between 4:30 and 9 o'clock. Next, I probably could hand this to Fire, but I know she's got a lot on her plate tonight too, but I got a nice letter here, Fire Chief, from Bud's Ambulance. Did you get a copy of this too? Did you? Good, Chief. On behalf of the Robbins Fire Department, who they represent, and Bud's Ambulance wants to let us know, dear sir and madam, last night was an incident at Manny's Blue Room located on Clare Boulevard. Initial reports stated there were multiple individuals that had been shot, possibly as many as 7. 4 ambulances were sent from Bud's Ambulance Service and several others from other towns as part of the EMS box. I myself was on the scene as part of our MCI protocol. The purpose of this letter is to extend my praises to your crew and shift that night. The quick determination for additional resources and staging them effectively helped this call go without issue. All patients were identified and had the appropriate care given to them in a timely and efficient manner. Communication between your incident command and myself was very direct, clear, and focused. Having been through similar instances a few times before, I know it is easy to get lost in all the chaos. They were extremely professional. Your crew actually was extremely professional, and they handled the situation as best as anyone I've ever seen. Please share this letter and my gratitude with them. Sincerely, the ship commander from Bud's Ambulance, and we thank them for acknowledging our hard work out there. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, Chief.
Also, folks, I want to remind everybody, and I appreciate the audience being here this evening, please, this coming Friday night is our annual holiday on Pulaski over on Pulaski between 115th and 121st Street. We've got a lot of activities going on, sleigh rides, ice carving, singing. Becky, do we have music in the venues like we used to, too? Is that still going on? Just the singers at 5:30, right? Or what time are they going to sing? Okay. Anyway, it runs from 5:30 till 9 o'clock on Friday night. Might be a little chilly, but I hope everyone can join us out there. Thank you very much. The reason we were here this evening is obviously to congratulate the Alsip Falcons Football and Cheerleading Association. I have a proclamation I'd like to read, but it would help too. Can I ask the football players and the cheerleaders to please come up here? And I'd like to hand you a copy of this so we can read this together. And any of the coaches too, including cheerleader. This way when we get done, we can take one big group shot. You guys can spread out right along here. These are all the same. They're all the same. You go back. Coach. Oh, wow. Coach. Sure.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious he's yours.
Coach, right? Okay.
You got one?
You want more?
Coach? You need one more? Oh.
Stay up here, guys. We'll just line up like right here, okay?
You guys come back and stand up here.
Just line right up here.
Boys, all the boys got one? Who needs one? Millimeters?
How about, where's Renee? Is your board here?
Renee, there is.
Renee, is your board here too, Renee?
Boys, tall and back. Tall and back. Shorter and front, guys. We're going to be taking pictures.
That's a deal.
Stuffing out too, huh?
I think there's
A lot of the boys are like excited.
five that are here.
Where were they playing before that? No, but I mean, like, if they didn't play in Alsip, they would just...
I think we need to get out of here.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing.
Stop doing it.
Okay.
Stop doing it.
All right, guys.
Come here. Green.
Turn around and take a picture too, okay?
Yeah. Turn around.
Absolutely. I'm joking when I say this.
Sorry, baby.
I need an equipment manager a minute ago. I broke my glasses. I had to run and get a spare pair here real quick then too. So I want to read this proclamation to everyone, and certainly, very briefly, a lot of us have volunteered for your program over the years. Everyone's supported this program, and I really hope that continues. I know I was telling some of the coaches years ago, my son, he's 24 now, but he had played on the widget squad, and I remember there was only 13 boys on the team that year, and I was told last year was similar. And it was interesting. The kids had to play both way all year and really worked hard. And The volunteering, and we all know what we have to do to help community programs grow and support the hard work by the players and the coaches and the board. And I was reminded, too, that even when our trustee, Monica Warrish, she's been a big supporter and one of the founding group when they started this program as well then, too. If you can read along with me if you wish. This proclamation is by the Office of the Mayor of Alsip, Illinois. And ladies and gentlemen, you'll bear with as far as like when you draft a proclamation, there's a lot of whereases, as everybody can see in here. Whereas the Alsip Falcons Football and Cheerleading Association was established in 2003, their mission statement is, whether it's making it to the NFL, becoming a professional cheerleader, or just wanting to be part of a winning team, all goals, big and small, are too important for every child's and every day's world. While we cannot give them that money-making contract, we can help them develop basic fundamentals, respect for themselves and others, the importance of teamwork, and a positive perspective outlook whether they win or lose. Whereas the 2018 Alsip Falcons widget regular season record was 7-1, suffering its only loss to the Worth Panthers. The playoffs witnessed the Falcon team defeat both the Orland Park Knights 38-0 and a very tough Evergreen Park Stallions team with a score of 40-25. Whereas the Widget Division football team is the third team in Alsip Falcons' 16-year history to participate in the Metro Super Bowl playoffs, and the first team ever to win the Super Bowl by a score of 30-7 when they beat the undefeated Worth Panthers on November 17, 2018. Whereas Coach Matt Muha expressed how incredibly proud he was to have coached such a special, hardworking group of young men, and honored to have dedicated assistant coaches like Bill Massey, Jose Galvin, Leo Tryon, Kevin Reynolds, Tom Tracy, Rigoberto Pina, as their leadership will always be cherished by the 2018 Super Bowl championship team comprised of players Ben Hicks, Christian Pina, Jalen Holder, Anthony Logren, thank you. Hey, I was faking you guys out, you know. Cal Papone, Dorian Green, Ed Metelsky, Ali Ashkar, Amir Green, Christian Galvin, Billy Massey, Cameron Tryon, Aaron Reynolds, Caleb Moriarty, Chris Aponte, Fabian Barcena, Shane Happ, DeAndre Watson, Logan Toscati, Adrian Brooks, Camarion Wade, and Trayvon Warrior. Whereas Emily Reynolds and Katie Richard coach the Alsip Falcon Widget Cheerleaders. Kalia Bush, Ariana Martinez, Diari Hill, Rihanna Kaleo, Reina, thank you. Sorry, Reina. Alina Esparza, Ariana, now you guys lead on V. Thank you, V. Paige Flaws, Abby Dorch, Aaliyah Krims, Gianna Perez, who made the games exciting by encouraging and motivating the team while entertaining the audience with competitive tumbling, dance, jumps, cheers, and stunting, despite sometimes performing in inclement weather. Whereas the Alsip Falcon Football and Cheerleading Association demonstrated a positive experience for boys and girls to share a common goal, learning about sportsmanship amongst themselves and opposing teams. Congratulations to President Renee Harding, Vice President Angelica Galvin, Secretary Michelle Pica, Treasurer Ed Metelsky, Cheerleading Director Megan Demericks, Equipment Manager Doug Pica, and Concession Manager Kirsten Tarquino, and most of all of the parents. Whereas on behalf of the Village of Alsip, Illinois, we congratulate the Alsip Falcon Football and Cheerleading Association on their 2018 Widget Division Super Bowl victory and offer our wish of continued success and urge everyone in Alsip to support this organization. Proclaim this third day of December 2018, Mayor John Ryan. Thank you very much and congratulations. Why don't you guys grab the trophy? Get that trophy in here with your picture. Why don't you guys grab that and bring it in, okay?
Now look. Here. Turn around.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Thanks for coming in, you guys. Hey, where's Matthew? Where's Matthew? I apologize. I missed your name. Listen.
Go Falcons!
It's most reflective at your house, you know. And we're going to send a copy back to all the other guys and stuff like that. But I'll take care of it. My bad. Okay. It happens, man. You know, it's like anything else. I was trying to jam so many in. I certainly have room. I'll fix it, man. I'll get it back over here. Okay.
You don't know where it is.
Eric's name wasn't in here? I don't think it might not be on the list that they got. Is that you, Derek? What's your name? 'Cause I got to fix another one. What's your name, bud? How you spell, bud? Derek, how you spell your last name? Oh, Bond. Okay. Okay. And I got to fix that for you and Matthew Newhoff. You know what, guys? I'll give Push Move Out. I'll give him your address. I'll get this over to you. Give me like a week and I'll get this over to you, okay? Okay. Is that the only two? Is that the only name I missed? Was yours? Okay. All right, dude. No problem. Okay. Oh, hey, we'll fix it up nice for you, okay? All right. Hey, folks. Sure.
Well, Mary, go take this cast and hold it. So I got,
Hey, Matt. You want to stall the kids off in the hallway? Or? Yeah.
turn it around. I know, it's on the selfie.
Okay, see. Come on, next.
Yeah.
So funny. Anthony, here, hold it.
Now move all the way, baby, so we can take a picture.
Orville's new one.
That's ours?
It's Orville. I'm not sure.
There, John. That's my nephew. That one. Hey, Bon.
Protection in the airport.
they want to stay for the meeting? They want to stay for the meeting? Cool trophy. Do they each get to take the trophy home for a day, like the Stanley
I've never
Cup?
had one before, so I don't know how that works.
Might be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Hang out with the trophy for a day.
Happens all the time.
Somebody
I
gets a
missed
day.
one name, just missed one name, that kind of thing. Yep,
Yeah, right. Yeah.
two. We're going to take care of them. We'll
Can't
fix
see the
that.
value of these.
You see all the
Again,
hockey
congratulations to them.
players
That was
Stanley Cup,
well
they're eating
well
cereal
done.
out of it and drinking
And
beer out
those,
of it.
those aren't easy.
Crazy.
That family.
So, that's all I had for my report this evening. We'll move along with the meeting. Clerk Petzel, your report?
Thank you, Mayor. First off, I would like to make a note that we need to strike letter M as in Marie on the consent agenda, as it is a duplicate of letter K. Sorry about that. Next, approval of the November 19, 2018 Board of Trustee meeting minutes. Second, I have approval of the October 2018 IDOT motor fuel tax allotment in the amount of $46,183.48. I have approval to close Village Hall at noon on Friday, December 21st, 2018 for the annual employee holiday party. The party begins at 12:30 p.m. The half-hour earlier closure is to allow the collections clerical employees in the clerk's office and water department to reconcile balance the day's collections before going to the party. And also, lastly, I have the approval to close Village Hall at 4 p.m. on Monday, December 31st, 2018 for the New Year's Eve holiday. There is no meeting that evening. And that is all, Mayor.
All right, thank you. The attorney report, we have Joe Kankar with us tonight.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a public hearing on ordinance 2018-12. What is the number, Madam Clerk, if you...
It will be 1.
12-1, an ordinance granting a text amendment to the Village of Alsip zoning ordinance by amending Article 10, Business District B1, and by deleting Article 10, Business District B3. Notice of the public hearing was published not more than 30, not less than 15 days before today's date. Basically what this does is deletes the B3 or the alcohol zoning district and now combines it within the B1 district. So this is more in conformity with surrounding areas and common zoning laws. So, any questions from the members of the corporate authorities? Questions or comments from the public? Seeing none, close the public hearing. I have nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, sir. The engineer's report, Will?
I have a recommendation to award the contract for the pump station interior floor waterproofing membrane and floor coating to the low bidder Artlo Systems for the amount of $36,491. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. Public forum. Would anyone in the audience wish to address the board this evening? No one? All right, thank you. The standing committee reports. Finance Committee, Trustee McGlohan.
First, I have a request for approval of a list of payroll dated November 23rd, 2018, totaling $393,854.63. Next, I have a request for approval of accounts payable dated December 3rd, 2018. General Fund, $168,427.04. Road and Bridge, $19,764.47. MFT, $243,254.49. Pulaski Road Corridor TIF, $12,949.47. Water and Sewer, $24,820.90. And Heritage, $27,552.04, for a grand total, all funds, of $496,768.41. And that's all I have under Finance, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Trustee McGlohan, the fire report.
Fire report. It's a long one. First, we're going to start with the approval to accept the bid of parts 1, 2, and 3 of the proposal received by Crosspoint Sales during the bid opening that was held on November 26, 2018. Part 1 is for service and maintenance as follows. Cost per month per prescriber is $8, and the cost for annual software licensing fees from Caltron is $2,600. Part 2 is for new installations as follows. All-inclusive cost for new subscriber install, including parts and labor, is $1,500, and labor only for install of decommissioned subscriber transceiver is $125. Part 3 is decommissioning of installed transceivers. Labor for removal of a subscriber transceiver due to cancellation of service is $100. And Part 4 of the bid is not applicable because we will be doing our own billing going forward. Next, I have a request for approval of the monthly service billing fee for the Caltron radio boxes as discussed at committee to be $55 per month effective January 1st, 2019. Next on here, I have a request to approve the pass-through of the service disconnection fee charged by the vendor for any disconnections occurring on or after January 1st, 2019. Number 4, I would actually like to remove it at this time. We can bring that back up at committee next week to identify specifically what it is that we want to do with this.
That is item K on the consent agenda.
Yes, ma'am. So we're removing it twice. And then finally, we have a certificate of award from IFCA to acknowledge the Alsip Fire Department has received an $8,000 credit to be used for any GIS mapping study from the Illinois Fire Chiefs Association Consulting Service. The Alsip Fire Department was chosen by a drawing of over 54 other fire departments. You want to add anything to that, Chief?
It was during the annual conference. They did a presentation on GIS mapping, and the contest was anybody that responded back to pictures of their fire stations, they were put in a drawing, and out of the 54 departments, we happen to win. So we're going to look to see what kind of consultant fees or different types of consultations they'll use with the GIS. So, I mean, we'll take advantage of it. We might look at our cost stats and items like that. So if it's less than $8,000, then we still have money left over to do something later on if we chose to do so.
Okay, great. Finally, under fire...
Congratulations,
Oops. Oh, okay. I have a request for approval of the monthly report for October 2018 based on our National Fire Incident Reporting System. And that's all I have under fire.
You sure that's it?
Yeah, I'm sure.
The chief,
Only 6 bullets.
the chief shared that certificate with me. It's a great certificate you had too, Chief. The award that you got from them. It's nice to be recognized.
Thank you.
The police committee report, Trustee McGrail.
I have no report.
Public work and boat launch, Trustee Juarez.
I have an approval of the October 2018 monthly activity report, and I have an approval of the 2018-2019 winter preparedness operations. That's all.
So we have a Mike. You're going to make your presentation.
Thank you. Yeah, I just wanted to provide all of you a quick overview of our winter preparedness operations, kind of give you guys a better understanding of what we do this winter. We actually start preparing for operations starting in August. This begins with doing a review of our equipment, our vehicles. We also do a review of all the plow routes that we have here in town. We have 5 routes that we have the town broken down into with 2 trucks into each plow route. During this time, too, we send staff to several training refresher courses. Again, this is classes that help them remember things to look for, standard plowing operations, calibration of our salt equipment, when to use de-icing and anti-icing liquids. In addition, we also attended recently a winter preparedness overview forecast for the weather for this year. They're saying that this winter should be a lot like last year. We're going to see polar vortexes that will swoop into the area. We'll see 10 to 15 days of weather that is 20 degrees or lower, and then we will swoop back up into the 40s. So much like what we've been seeing already, that's what we can expect this winter. Average snowfall, nothing that you're going to tell your kids or grandkids about as far as blizzards or anything. We're just going to have your standard snows here and there. And that winter will drag on until late April. So you can look forward to that.
Can you have them sit down now?
I was waiting for him to embellish a little bit, like tons of snow.
They did say that they expect Christmas to be nice.
Yeah.
They expect Christmas to be decent weather.
All those
So
kids
maybe we
just
can
left.
barbecue.
We could have talked about snow days or something, you know, so.
Yeah, as you know, I mean, winter has come early for us. Fortunately, we already had equipment ready. This is why we began so early, because weather is so unpredictable. So we always ensure that we're ready well ahead of time. Of course, our number one goal for snow and ice removal is to provide safe travel throughout the village. That is our number one goal, our biggest priority, not only for our emergency personnel, but also for our residents and businesses here in town to ensure that commerce continues and that in case of emergency, police and fire can reach these people. A couple of things I just wanted to go over. Again, we have a full fleet of vehicles that are ready to go this year. We've slowly been outfitting these vehicles for doing anti-icing and de-icing liquids. So just to kind of give you an idea, anti-icing is something that we do before a snowstorm. What we do is we will apply, it's a salt brine, it's nothing more than liquid salt. So when you see those stripes down on the streets, that's what that is. That's salt brine. You're going to see that. We're going to go to put that down 24 to 36 hours before a snowstorm hits. And what that does is that helps kind of create a bond between the asphalt and the snow. So what that does is that buys us some time. Of course, the plow trucks can't be everywhere at the same time. So when they do go out to get there, that snow will break a lot more freely from the asphalt. All right, and then once we apply some of that rock salt to it, then we should be able to not have to come back to that street for a couple hours while we're hitting the other streets. So it buys us time. It saves on fuel. It saves on bulk rock salt. It also saves on wear and tear of the vehicles. So anti-icing has really become an effective step, and what many municipalities are doing. I know some, they go out every Friday and spray these streets. However, the weather that we've been having, we've been seeing rain coming in before these snowstorms, so to do it is kind of wasteless because it's just going to wash off. So we have not been applying it as of yet. But again, with the colder temperatures that we've been seeing, whenever we do get the opportunity to get out and provide this liquid, we will certainly be doing that. We're mandated by the EPA to reduce our chlorides into the waterways. Over the next 5 years, they're looking for municipalities to reduce their bulk rock salt by 30%. Some communities in the state of Wisconsin, I think there's 20 counties now that are using nothing but liquids. They're not even applying rock salt anymore. It's all liquid. So we use the salt brine that I referred to when we go into the de-icing, which would be performed either after or during a snowstorm. This is we call it a ready mix, and it's a mixture of 80% calcium chloride, 10% sodium chloride, or I'm sorry, 80% sodium chloride or salt brine, and then 10% calcium chloride, 10% organics. And these organics are nothing more than beet juice or salt. It's something sticky that's kind of provides the salt to stay to the street. It reduces scatter. It also helps the de-icing chemicals that are in there to work more effectively on ice. A couple of the other things that I just wanted to remind you guys and residents is that during a snowstorm, we ask that residents not park on the streets. This is one of our number one hazards for plow drivers. We ask that during a 1-inch snowstorm, there's to be no cars parked on primary snow routes. Anything over an inch, That will be our secondary routes. There are to be no cars parked on the street. This is for 12 hours after a snowstorm has ended, that we ask that these cars remain off the streets. This helps us get into the, perform the curb line passes down these streets so that we can clear them effectively. We need to get into these curbs so that we can help reduce any kind of ice buildup and flooding in the streets once we do start to get a thaw. That's why we'll push these snows so far back behind a curb. The cars parked, that helps or will increase the chances of flooding if we can't get in there. Plus, we're trying to avoid any kind of obstacles for our drivers. Parkways, they are designed specifically for utilities and the storage of snow. So, again, that's why snow is always deposited to the right side of the curb and onto the parkways. We will continue to push that snow back further if we get large snowstorms. We have to keep the streets as wide open, and we need to clear those parkways so that we can continue to put more snow on there if needed. On our website, we certainly have more information and answers to any questions that residents may have. I also just want to point out that we do have road jurisdictions here in town. We get a lot of complaints about Cicero Avenue or 123rd Street. Illinois Department of Transportation is responsible for Kedzie, Pulaski, Cicero, Ridgeland, Route 83, 127th Street, and 115th, Joalis east to Kedvale. Then it's picked up by Chicago. Cook County is responsible for Pulaski south of 127th, Central from 127th to Route 83, 123rd Street, Cicero east to Kedzie, 119th, Pulaski east to Kedzie, and 115th Street, Joalis, west to Ridgeland, and the Canal Bridge on 131st Street in Pulaski. Again, this information is available on the website underneath Public Works, so anybody can go in there and look this up. The only thing that we can ask that would help in our efforts is just that people are patient and cooperative and afford us the opportunity to get out there and provide the safe travel and the removal of the snow for our drivers. That's the biggest thing that we can ask for and the greatest benefit. Certainly, if you guys have any questions or concerns, you can contact my office at any time. And I also just like to express ahead of time my thank you to the police department and the fire department. Definitely without them, we would not be able to be half as professional out there. I mean, with trying to get, keep the effective, if you will. No, they do a really great job with helping keep the streets cleared for us as far as parked cars and other obstacles that we get. So it's truly appreciated. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Chief Miller, are we ticketing vehicles for being parked when they shouldn't be?
We are, yes. The last, whatever it was last week or 10 days ago or so, we were issuing citations. So we don't get to everybody, but we do what they can when they're
Just
available.
stay off my block.
The police department does make every effort to at least contact residents before issuing that ticket. If they got a phone number there, they'll certainly try to call first, so they're not
708.
ticket happy.
Yeah, I mean, I have to say, unfortunately, I mean, I'm slightly embarrassed, but there were probably about a half a dozen vehicles in my neighborhood that never got off the street.
And the police department does get tied down with several calls. I know it was noted there were several traffic accidents with that last snow. I will say they weren't on residential streets. Those were state and county routes, just to point that out. So certainly, that's why I'm very appreciative of the efforts by the police department when they can get out there and assist us.
Now, and so the board and the public know, too, the last couple of months at our regular department head meeting, I have confirmed with all departments, everyone is prepared for this winter. Everyone's got their equipment ready. Water, Public Works, Fire, Police, everybody's ready to go and so forth. So I appreciate your attentiveness. And again, as Mike pointed out, while we're certainly going to use the correct amount of salt for ice prevention, at the same time, the EPA is asking us to reduce our salt use by almost 30%, because at some point that's getting into your drains, your storm drains, and getting back out into rivers and lakes and everything else, and it's basically killing your fish. So,
And the chlorides like that, once they get in, there's nothing that can take it out. It's always there. So each year, that's why they really are putting this push together for municipalities and counties and state alike to start reducing this, because once it's in, it can never come out. It's just one of the few chemicals out there that can't be cleaned up.
Right.
So,
Good report, Mike. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Mike, may I have that list of streets, please?
Sure.
And thank you to
actually
you
made
and all your
copies for
guys.
everyone,
Okay,
so.
thank you.
Next, we'd have the building report. Trustee Zelinski.
No report this evening, Mayor.
Thank you. The sewer and water report. Trustee Dalzell.
No report, Mayor.
All right, thank you. License Committee, Trustee Juarez.
I have a request for approval of a list of licenses dated November 12th through the 26th, 2018. That's all, Mayor.
All right, thank you. Economic Development, Trustee Murphy.
No report, Mayor.
Planning and Zoning, Trustee Zelinski.
No report tonight, Mayor.
We'll move on to Special Committee reports. Village Properties, Trustee McGlohorn.
No report this evening, Mayor.
And the Insurance Committee, Trustee McGreal.
I have no report.
Ordinance and Legislation, Trustee Murphy.
No report, sir.
All right. IT, Trustee Dalzell.
No report, Mayor.
Okay. Human Resources, Trustee McGreal.
No report, Mayor.
Health and Pollution, Trustee Murphy.
I have a discussion of a complaint and a resolution from a complaint of a resident regarding the creek on the east side of 123rd and Central Park. With that, I was contacted through social media by Mona and Ken Dempsey. I went out to their home and they discussed with me that they had concerns with the creek on 123rd, the east side of 123rd and Central Park. I had a meeting with the mayor, and I had a meeting with Mike Frater, and we discussed and found out that that creek is not the village's responsibility, but I assured them, and we did contact, Mike did, contacted the Water Reclamation Department, who is responsible for that. Now, their complaint was that there were rodents and vermin and possum and all kinds of stuff, as well as it wasn't being maintained. We did find out that they are going to address that and take care of that in sometime in January. I did contact Mr. and Mrs. Dempsey and let them know that I would follow up with them when it was resolved. So we're going to stay on top of that. And to the public, if they have any complaints of anything like that, please do reach out to either myself, if it's a health issue, or the mayor's office, and we'll certainly identify that and get it resolved. If it's not us, we'll identify the proper municipality or the governmental body that can take care of something like that. So, a happy ending.
I appreciate your looking into that. And Mike, I know the last couple, even last year, we tried to work on that too, and obviously you made a good contact this time around.
MWRD has always been responsive.
Right.
Complaints and concerns regarding that creek or ditch line, if you will. Again, the reports of rodents and things like that, that's their habitat. There was a report of rats a few years ago. There was never anything found. That we had exterminator out of the health department that came out, and they baited no signs of rats that I'm aware of that were reported in that. Again, MWRD, they will come out and clear dead branches and what they can out of there. Grass. Again, unless it's something that's actually blocking the flow of the creek, then there won't be a whole lot that they'll respond to. We have been responsive in the past. I'm sure that they'll be out sometime after January.
Gotcha. All right.
And they were very appreciative of your quick response on that. So again, thanks to Public Works and everyone involved.
All right, good job. The Traffic Safety Committee, Trustee Dalzell.
No report, Mayor.
All right. Trustees, any presentations, petitions, or communications? None? Would anyone wish to remove anything from consent agenda? None?
Noted that K and M are already removed.
Right. Thank you. Then can I get a motion to establish a consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call number 1 to establish the consent agenda. As presented, again, letters K and M have been removed. Trustee McGreal?
Yes.
Trustee Dalzell?
Yes.
Trustee Zelinski?
Yes.
Trustee Juarez?
Yes.
Trustee McLaughlin?
Yes.
Trustee Murphy?
Yes.
Motion carries to establish.
At this time, I'd like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Roll call number 2 to approve the consent agenda as presented. Just to add a couple of notes. Letter E, approval of an ordinance granting a text amendment to the village with an E at the end of Alsip zoning ordinance by amending Article 10, Business District B1, and by deleting Article 10, Business District B3. That is ordinance number 2018-12-1. Approval of a list of payroll dated November 23, 2018, totaling $393,854.63. Approval of a list of accounts payable dated December 3, 2018, totaling $496,768.41. Again, letters K and M have been removed.
Okay.
Roll call number 2 to...
I'm sorry. You don't mean to remove both K and M. You mean
Yes,
to
we do.
remove...
Yes.
Oh, both of them? I apologize.
Yes. Roll call number 2 to approve the consent agenda. Trustee McGreal.
Yes.
Trustee Dalzell.
Yes.
Trustee Zelinski.
Yes.
Trustee Juarez.
Yes.
Trustee McLaughlin.
Yes.
Trustee Murphy.
Yes.
Motion carries to approve the consent agenda.
Yeah, Mr. Olivan, that actually was duplicated, like the clerk said, on accident. And she was pulling it for more discussion at committee.
Got it.
Yeah.
I caught the duplication. I didn't catch the point. Thank you.
Any unfinished business?
Mayor, I just wanted to ask a question. On October 29th, during the committee meeting, there was a discussion about an outside service handling social media, and it was also discussed on November 12th, and it was noted that it was not budgeted for. I just wanted to know if this company still has direct access to the Facebook page for the village?
They may, do they? Yeah. And we're not paying them anything, but they can certainly assist with our Facebook page.
Okay.
Actually, they're doing it as a courtesy, and they were here this evening to assist with the tree lighting ceremony earlier today. No, we appreciate their help with that. And that is actually being overseen by our IT manager, Brian Massari, as well, too. So, yeah, should we ever detect that there's content there that maybe we don't want or maybe is inappropriate, it can be immediately cleaned up and removed. And or removed,
Not
I
paying
should
him,
say.
right?
Pardon?
We're
No,
not
we're not
paying
paying them,
Okay.
no. No, it's a courtesy right now, and maybe we work something into our upcoming budget. So, the new business.
I just wanted to remind the board of the remainder of the year's meeting schedule. Committee meeting on December 10th, board meeting on December 17th, and the final meeting of the year is a committee meeting on Wednesday, December 26th. And then also this Saturday on December 8th, Eisenhower is hosting a pancake breakfast to support their music department from 7 a.m. to noon. $6 in advance, $8 at the door.
Thank you, Sue, for remembering to announce that.
Get a motion to adjourn, please?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Thanks for joining us, folks. Enjoy your evening.
Meeting is adjourned at 8:21 p.m.